This is UMAR AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're here for Mark Prince, gave an amazing speech. Tunde, yeah, just inspiring stuff really.
Again, dream it, believe it, become it. You know, what I just witnessed there, it's touching. You know, emotional. I mean, I was sat right next to Anthony, and Anthony said, I feel like crying now. Because for somebody to relive the pain of losing a loved one, and then to get up here and speak so passionately 13 years after the tragedy took place, and still have the desire to not see other parents go through that, it's deep. It's so, I think it's deep is even, that word doesn't even equate to what Mark Prince has done. And look at this, man. This is like, it's emotion. This is the real fight. It's not the boxing ring. It's this. For a man to show courage and willpower, you know, and demonstrate it in such a articulate, passionate way as Mark did in front of all these people today, you know, from the world of sport, business, industry. I don't know. I mean, it just puts things into perspective for me, you know, and I'm so proud of him. You know, I had family come over from Nigeria that I was supposed to be with today, and I was like, I phoned Mark yesterday, I'm like, Mark, I can't be here. But we spoke for 2 hours, and I'm like, Mark, my family have to wait. They're alive. You understand? I have to be here for you. And, you know, me and Mark spoke about what he's doing, what, you know, I'm doing, and what me and Anthony are representing. And I'm like, Mark, trust me. We're coming. We're coming. We have to be here. And I'm just, words can't explain the way I feel for, I'm so happy for him to be in the same place where the most pain took place. 13 years ago, as he said, he was running up and down these corridors in pain. But I like the words he used, the manufacturer of human beings. That's deep. It's deep. He said, the manufacture of human beings brought him back to the same place where the most pain took place, and now the most joy takes place. So, yeah, it's touching, and it wouldn't be out of place if I shed a tear, because it is that emotional, and I almost did, and I'm sure when I speak to Mark after this and later on, it's something. But I want to support him any way I can, and Anthony's already said to me, Unks, I'm there. You know, I've always liked Mark. You know, I've always felt the energy from him, and he's been a supporter. It's funny, he was at my awards, my first ever award, and I just have to be here to support him. And me and Anthony, trust me, whatever I can do for Mark Prince and the Kyan Prince Foundation. His son was a footballer, my son is a footballer. The number 9, we both, you know, it's great. It's great, and I'm very honoured that I'm here.
Absolutely, and as you said, it puts things into perspective. You know, me and you have so many chats about negotiations, this and that, and we get caught up in life so much. As you said, we're always chasing a dream sort of thing, but we forget the real important things in life. And what he's been through, I don't think many can relate to. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, the example that he gave today, which I've always been saying, and Anthony, again, people, you know, I wax lyrical about Anthony. I always say he's a special young man, and Mark spoke about animals and the lions. You know, we're lions in the camp, and if there's no protector, you know, you can go back and ask anyone who knows me. I've always placed, if you want to call it blame, on the parents, because I know how my father brought me up. My father brought me up respectful. He taught me morals and values, and these are the things which the parents, they have to be the first teachers. You know, not the school. The school is the other teacher. In Latin, it's called alma mater. If you didn't know, I'm swinging my Latin in there. The alma mater, the other mother. The parents have a great responsibility for our children. And apples don't fall far from the tree. So come on, parents, be what you want to see. That's what I always say. Be what you want to see. Be the example. And if you can't be the great businessman or the great sportsman, morals, respect, you know, all these things, values. Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. It don't cost nothing.
Well said. Anyways, let's talk boxing. I think I've seen you loads on social media for the first time in a long while. Very vocal about wanting this fight with Kovalev at the Emirates. Frank has said he definitely wants it in the UK. But do you think, firstly, the Emirates is realistic?
No, you're in my zone. Was Wembley realistic when Eddie Hearn told his dad, we can hold the Froch Groves 2 at Wembley? It wasn't. But it was realistic in his mind. He threw it out there. He put it out to the public. And I'm not sure the number, but I think he says like something like 20,000 emails or something like that. Well, I think that was the response he got to something like that. But let's do the same thing. I've thrown it out there to Arsenal, to Frank. Let's do it. Let's send out a poll. Let's see how many people want it there. And, you know, it's all about logistics. You know, when we're coming to negotiations and deals like this, it's about logistics. And I feel that Errol Spencer, Marky Garcia never had 47,000 before. People were questioning whether they can get half of that in the arena. So it's all about the belief, and then it's about the realism, and then it's about, you know, and before that it's the logistics. So if it makes sense, we can have it, because O2 is a minimum. Is a minimum. The realism for me is the Emirates. That's my team. That's Frankie Blue Eye's team. Me and Frank have had many lobster and chicken. Well, I eat it because I love it. Meals there, and Anthony's an Arsenal fan. And whether it's in North London, West London, South London, East London, it's London. And I just feel that this will be another positive thing to look at in London. A world title fight in the capital, and a London boy. No, 2 London boys. Well, I'm not really a boy no more, but I'm like a boy man. It's the dream. And that's why I keep saying, dream it, believe it, become it. And that's the dream.
One thing I would say, though, is obviously Froch Groves, they had that first incredible fight, two British guys as well. Kovalev was obviously a huge name in boxing, but the casual fan in the UK might not know him. So it's just a question whether that does 60,000, 70,000 tickets.
They know him. He beat Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins is a big name. Anthony Yard is a big name in the UK. And let me tell you why. He's a global ambassador for Adidas. Adidas, from what I understand, are taking over sponsorship at Arsenal. It just makes sense.
It's a Tunde Ajayi exclusive.
Exclusive. I don't know if I was supposed to say that. But, no, I saw it on the net. It's out. People know. But the universe is aligned. Everything is timing. And the time is now.
You seem very keen on that. We haven't really heard on Anthony his feelings on that, but I'm sure it's the same as you. He's made it clear that he'll fight anyone at any time. If it does land in America, though, Frank Warren did say today to Coogan that he's concerned with the judging, example, Fury Wilder, what's happened. Is that a concern for you as well, if it does go the distance?
We ain't going to America. It's London. It's London. It was first we wouldn't take the fight. So now we've told everyone we want the fight. We ain't fighting in London. That Tyson Fury thing ain't happening to us.
You mean you ain't fighting in America?
We ain't You see, that's where anger's taking place. 'Cause I'm angry that they was talking about America. It's London. Where did he last fight? What, Texas? I think he's last. Yeah, Texas, in some little arena. You know, this is a massive football stadium. It's that type of fight. How many people really knew Costa Zoo when Ricky Hatton beat him at Men Arena? How many? Come on, let's be realistic.
7 years old.
Exactly. I was there. Not many. It's the British athlete in Britain, in London, in the capital, and I just feel that with all what's going on with this whole, you know, London culture and the Mark Prince, the Kyan Prince Foundation, I just think the timing is right, and that's why I, Tunde Ajayi, have built the contest. The time is now.
So are you saying if a deal can't be reached to have the fight here, you will ignore the WBO's mandatory stance and if it's in America, the fight won't happen?
Listen, I remember one time I was with Floyd. Floyd said he ain't fighting in London. Floyd said he ain't fighting in London. He never fought in London. He came to our gym in Canning Town, Peacock Gym, and he performed, but he never fought in London. He stood true to his words. I just think that Frank was vocal about judging a few weeks back. So I'm like, why would Frank say that and then have his boy in America? You know, I think Kovalev obviously is confident because he posted it on his social media. So that shows you. He knows. I said to them, people, again, eyebrows raised. I said that we're the A-side. We're the A-side. Because why are we the A-side? We just fought in the historic Royal Albert Hall. He fought in Texas in a sports auditorium or something like that. And it wasn't packed. When I watched him, when I witnessed Sergey fight in Atlantic City, the first rematch, we were there. I was ringside. It wasn't packed. So he obviously doesn't, you know, do the numbers. Frank brought him over here for Nathan Cleverly. So Frank is the best. Frank can do it. I've got faith in him. And that's what I keep on saying. Me and Frankie Blue, we got that relationship. He can do it.
Tunde, you said that you're the A side. Many people will say obviously Kovalev's a world champion, been world champion for many, many years, fought the likes of Andre Ward and loads of other high profile fighters, and he's one of the most recognised light heavyweights in the world.
Oh, so now he is the most recognised.
Worldwide, not in England, but worldwide.
Worldwide covers England, doesn't it?
Yeah, England's not the whole of the world.
England covers worldwide. The world is the world. The world is the world. So if he's the most recognised worldwide, how comes he can't fill a sports auditorium? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Dream it, believe it, become it.
Can you see why many people would dispute your comment about Anthony being the A side in this fight?
Oh, no, definitely. That's my own personal opinion. But it's not altogether a ludicrous opinion. Because again, I know a lot hasn't been made of it, but Anthony Yard is a global ambassador for Adidas. Do you know the ambassadors Adidas has as global ambassadors? Google him. Google them. Pharrell. Stormzy. I'm not into basketball, but there's a very famous basketball player. I don't know his name. I saw the advert. You got to remember, my focus is Anthony Yard. I think Messi is at Adidas. I think Messi's Adidas. Yeah, 100% Messi. And Anthony Yard. That's serious. And our team, Stamina for Soul, done that. Let's get that right. It was Stamina for Soul and Anthony Yard who done that. So I just feel that we have the potential to be, not potential, we are bigger on a global scale. Because yes, Kovalev is known in world boxing, as you said, but listen, in London, in Britain, There ain't many people with Kovalev posters in their bedroom. I'm telling you, it's a fact. There is of Anthony Yarde. I get thousands of messages. Lions in the camp, lions in the... Anthony's after this fight, he'll be a household name. In my mind, he's already a household name. So yes, I have to agree with you. You know, there are people that will raise eyebrows at me saying that he's the A-side, but again, it's perception, and my perception is he is the A-side.
I appreciate that, and I also appreciate your time on IFL TV always. Tunde Ajayi, we shall catch up soon.
UMAR, the great UMAR.
I'm not sure about that.
Listen, this is what I'm trying to say. We've got to support each other. As far as I'm concerned, you're the great UMAR. Thank you for the interview as usual. Coogan, big up. You're doing a good job as normal.
Master Genius, thank you very much.